Today, I want to share with you a class from my online membership, the Serenity Collective membership. This membership is specifically designed for Down syndrome moms and other special needs moms to help them find little pockets of serenity throughout their chaotic days, throughout their chaotic life. And I want to share this particular practice with you today because I feel like the message is so important, and I really enjoyed the flow and connection that we shared with each other. So please enjoy, and I invite you to check out the membership for yourself. I will leave a link down in the description. Hello and welcome to today's yoga class. We are going to start by coming to a seat on our mat, in any seat that is comfortable for you. I'm choosing easy pose here, but you can be on your knees if that is more comfortable for you. For today's flow, you can have a pair of blocks handy or a strap if you are comfortable using those. So I invite you to settle in here, take a moment, maybe adjust a little here, really come to your mat and find some grounding. Pull your hips down, let your knees grow heavy. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a long, slow exhale out through your mouth. Release the tension from your shoulders. Inhale again, bring your hands up as you go. Inhale, exhale out through your mouth. A couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release your hands to the tops of your thighs or your knees. Let your shoulders roll down and back and away from your ears. Lengthen through your spine. Draw the crown of your head up towards the sky. And breathe here. Close your eyes, go inward, and find that connection to your heart. Taking this moment here before we begin to move to really focus on our inhales and exhales and setting an intention for today. How do you want to show up for yourself? How do you want to feel at the end of today's practice? And what is it you are hoping to gain from today's practice? Just take a moment here and contemplate the answers to those questions. And if something comes up, embrace it with loving arms and an open heart. And if nothing comes up, that is okay too. Just smile and be here on your mat today. The affirmation that we are going to be using today in our flow is be and love who you are. This is all about embracing yourself as you are today, not looking into the future or trying to attain something you don't have. It's about loving your body as it is, loving your mind as it is, and loving your heart as it is today in this very moment. It's also about not being afraid to let that show, not being afraid to let others in or for them to see who you really are on the inside. That's a lot to take in right now, but go ahead and take one more breath in. And on your exhale, let's start to bring some movement in here. Move your shoulders over towards the right, really slow here, stretching through that left side body. And maybe you can bring your right hand down to the mat, bending a little bit deeper. And then maybe if you're ready, you sweep your left arm up to the sky and look up towards your left hand. Big breath in here. Open your heart towards the sky. Let it breathe. And slowly come back through center. Bring your hands to your thighs again. Shift your weight towards the left. Tilt your left shoulder over, feeling that stretch through your right side body. And then you can bring your left hand down, maybe going a little deeper. And then finally reaching your right hand up to the sky. Gaze up, open up through your heart. Breathe. And come back through center. Inhale your hands up. Exhale your hands down, stopping halfway. Really open up your palms to the sky here. Lift your chest forward. Bring your thumbs towards the back of the mat, pulling your shoulders together. Gaze up. Big breath here. On your exhale, bring your arms forward, round through your spine. Give yourself a big hug. Bring it all in. Rounding down. Maybe your elbows come towards your shins, towards your mat. Inhale, come back up. Open your arms wide, thumbs towards the back, shoulder blades together. Big breath in. Exhale, release into your hug. Opposite arm on top. And fold forward, coming as far as comfortable for you today. Come all the way back up. Release your hands back down to the mat and go ahead and make your way to all fours. When you arrive here, go ahead and plant your palms, fingers nice and wide. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are over your knees. And we're just going to take a moment here and just kind of wake everything up. So go ahead and you can maybe move your hips from one side to the other. If you want to look back and stretch through your neck, you can. Just kind of waking everything up here, and then curling your toes under, push your hips back and coming up and back, stretching through the bottoms of our feet, giving some love to these areas that often get forgotten, and just kind of letting yourself let go here. Don't be scared what you look like, just embrace it. And then let's go ahead and stretch out our wrists. So bring your hands so they're facing sideways on your mat and just rock back and forth here. If you're a little extra flexible in your wrists and it doesn't hurt, you can turn them all the way around and go forwards and backwards, but be careful here. We don't want to injure our wrists if you're not used to it. And then go ahead and bring your hands back towards center, curl your toes under again, and walk all the way back, sitting on your heels, coming up. We're going to just take a moment here and do a few wrist circles, one way and then the other. And then go ahead and do some flicks, waking up our fingers and our wrists. If your toes are screaming at you, hang in there for 5, a little bit faster, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, release, come off your toes, uncurl those toes. Great job. Let's go ahead and find some cat-cows here. On your inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round through your spine, gaze back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back. And then let go. You take it from here. Maybe you kind of bring those hip movements back in again. Maybe you just go really slow and linger. What can you bring here that feels good? What does your body need right now? Give your body some love and freedom to just be you. There's no right or wrong. Just see if you can bring some movement into your spine that feels good today. And then we're going to bring our forearms down towards the earth. And from here, we're going to find cat-cow again. Just a couple here, just something new to try. So you're going to drop your belly down, look up. It's going to be a little bit less this time. Exhale, round through your spine, look back. Take that 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look back. Just notice how changing this one thing can change the whole pose and how it feels in your body. Last time, around through that spine. And then from here, go ahead and sit your heels back on, your hips back on your heels, keeping your hands stretched out in front of you. Let your forehead come to your mat for child's pose. And then
bringing your fingertips up on the mat, making a little tent with the palms of your hands, stretching through your arms and your shoulders. Breathe here. Hands slowly coming all the way back up, palms flat to the mat, back into our tabletop. We're going to straighten our right foot back behind us and then push through that right heel. Oh, and feel that stretch in your calves. Go ahead and rock gently back and forth here. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling this one a lot today. I worked out my calves at the gym this week and they are tender. So if that is you, maybe you take a little extra care here. If it's not enough intensity for you, what can you change to bring a little more intensity here? So go ahead and rock back and forth or pause, take what you need. And then I invite you to push through your palms, reaching your heel back, find some tension here, and then go ahead and lift up your left knee, just hover it off your mat, and then put it back down. We're activating our core here. Let's do this a couple more times. Inhale, lift that left knee. Exhale, drop. 2 more times. Inhale, lift, and drop. 1 more time. Inhale, lift, and drop it back down. Great job. Go ahead and bring your right knee back in. Shake it out, wiggle it out. And then we'll do this on the other side. Curl your left toes under, straighten through those left feet, and rock back and forth. Just breathing here, pausing when you need a little extra, taking the movement that feels good to you in your body today, being grateful for the body that you have to move. And then when you're ready, push through that heel, find some tension in your palms again. Inhale, lift that right foot and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Great job. 2 more times. Inhale, lift and release. Last one. Inhale, up and release it down. Left foot comes to join. Wiggle it out. You're doing great. Curl those toes under, reach your hips up high, take a downward facing dog here. Take a moment, pedal it out, 1 foot and then the other, just letting it all go. There's no right or wrong here today. Maybe coming up on both tiptoes. And then settle in here for a couple of breaths. Take a big, deep breath in. And a long, slow exhale. On your next inhale, gaze forward, come up onto your tiptoes, and walk kind of zigzaggy all the way to the top of your mat. Just kind of have some fun here. Crisscrossing as we go. When you reach the top of your mat, let your head hang low. Let your hands just kind of go where they want to go. Bend through your knees. And on your inhale, slowly roll it up little by little. Coming all the way up to mountain pose. Release your hands down by your side, palms facing forward. Close your eyes and just breathe here for a moment. On your inhale, lift your hands up. On your exhale, dive forward, come back into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, slide your hands up your legs, pausing right before your knees. Gaze forward, lengthen through your neck. And exhale, release back down. Plant your palms, step your right foot back. Pause here, lower that right knee to the earth. And just kind of play around here. Maybe you gently sway side to side or rock gently forwards and backwards, just micro movements here. Notice how it changes the pose and the stretch and how it feels in your body. And then go ahead and bring your hips all the way back, straightening through that front leg, lifting your toes to the sky. We're coming here for our half splits. Now this is a great spot to use your blocks in. I'll show you how that would look. If you want to use them, just bring them on both sides of your leg and your hands can go on those instead of on the earth. So wherever you decide to end up today, just pause here and see if you can come up just a little taller and lengthen through that spine. And then sink your hips back. And then slowly shift forward again, coming into that lunge. Plant your palms, step your left foot back to meet your right, coming into plank or half plank, your choice. So I'm going to go ahead and take half plank here today. And then from here, lowering all the way down to your belly. You can remove those blocks if you were using them. Inhale, take a little baby cobra. Exhale, release. Curl your toes under, reach your hips up high, downward facing dog. One breath here. Exhale, release. Come up onto those tiptoes and baby step, crisscross all the way to the top of your mat. Coming into your forward fold, bend your knees again here. Give yourself some space to play. And on your inhale, slowly roll it all the way back up, pausing in that Tadasana, that mountain pose, releasing your shoulders down, taking one breath here. Inhaling, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Pause at the top and release everything down. This time, step your left foot straight back, lowering your knee to the earth. Take that low lunge here. Again, option to use the blocks. I will show you how that might look for you. You can use them on any level. And just take little micro movements here, maybe moving side to side, forwards and backwards. How does little movements here in this pose change how it feels in your body and change what your body has to do to adapt? And then go ahead and pull your hips back, straighten through that front leg, lift your toes to the sky. And lengthen through that spine and pause here, keeping your chest lifted if possible. You can use those blocks or not use the blocks. Breathe here. Slowly shift forward into that low lunge again. Plant your palms, step it back to plank or half plank. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra, maybe a little bigger this time. Exhale, release. Inhale, push up and come into your child's pose again. This time sliding your hands all the way back, releasing them towards the back edge of your mat. Pausing here, closing your eyes and going inward. And slowly bringing your hands back in front of you, coming up to all fours, and eventually curling your toes under and making your way into downward facing dog. Pausing here, take another deep breath in, and a long, slow exhale. On your inhale, go ahead and lift your right foot up towards the sky. Pause here. And exhale, bend through that knee and step it all the way to the front of your mat in between your hands. We're here in our runner's lunge now. If this is not possible for you, come back to that lunge we did before with that knee lowered to the earth. So we're here in our runner's lunge, pausing, breathing. And then from here, go ahead and push off your front hands, lifting your hips up and straightening through that front leg. This time, gaze towards your knee. Breathe here. That back foot is still up on our tiptoes. Again, options to use the blocks here. Always an option. And go ahead and lower back down to that lunge. We're going to come in and out of this just a couple of times here. So inhale, straightening. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, straighten. and lower. And of course, if this is too much for you at any time, go ahead and come back down to your knees on the earth and do this bending and straightening from there. Let's take it one more time. Pausing at the top. And then go ahead and shift your weight forward into your hands, push off your back leg, and step towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. Reach for the sky right away. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale down. Plant your palms on your block or your mat. Step it back to plank or half plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Make your way into your downward facing dog. Pausing here. This time I'm going to show you how to get from downward dog into that lunge using the blocks. So you can watch that. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Pause here, breathe. Exhale, bend that knee. Step it all the way up in between your hands. Pausing here in this runner's lunge here. Now we're getting ready to straighten through that front leg. You can use the blocks on any setting here, or you can have your hands on the mat, your choice. Inhale, pull your hips up, straighten through that front leg. Exhale, lower. Take a couple of rounds here. Inhaling up and exhaling down. So you're either here lifted with me or you're on your knees doing the same movement we did from before. Lunge to half splits, your choice. Go ahead and take 2 more here. Last one. Pausing here, shifting your weight forward and push off your back foot, coming into your forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, come up little by little, all the way up to the sky. Release your shoulders down and away. Pause here in your mountain Tadasana pose. Notice how your body is feeling alive and awake now. Take a moment here. Repeat the affirmation for today. Be and love who you are. Inhale, reach your hands up. Take a small back bend here. Exhale, dive forward all the way to the earth. From here, we're going to take a variation of our half lift, a gorilla variation, just adding a little bit more fun into our flow today. So bring your fingertips underneath your feet, toes come in towards your wrists. And from here, we're going to inhale, lift our head up, stretch through the backs of those legs, stretch through your shoulders, pause here. And exhale, release everything down. Let your fingers go. Plant your palms, and this will be our last vinyasa for today, so take it or make your way straight into your downward dog, your choice. So I'm going to go ahead and take the flow into my plank and cobra. But you take what your body needs today. Going at your own pace, finding your own rhythm here and your own breath. When you do arrive in downward facing dog, let's take 3 deep breaths here. Last one. Let it go. Release your knees to your mat. Go ahead and swing your legs around to one side, coming all the way through to a seat of your choice here. If you want to sit up on a block, go ahead and feel free to do that. We're just going to take a moment here for some simple meditation before we end today's practice to help you build a little bit more serenity and calm into your day. So get comfortable.
relax here. If you are more comfortable coming into Shavasana, please make your way there now, lying on your back. But we are going to take just a couple of spinal twists here before we end and start our meditation. So if you're on your back, you can do a spinal twist there. If you're seated with me, we'll do it from here. So go ahead and bring your right hand around to the back, cross your left arm over in front, and then twist towards the right, gaze over your right shoulder. And if you are on your back, you can just lift your knees up and drop them over to one side. Big breath in here. And exhale, come through center all the way through, crossing our right arm over, looking over our left shoulder, pausing here. Come back through center. Inhale your hands up. Exhale your hands through heart center. And let's go ahead and close our eyes here and have a few moments of meditation to end our class. If this is not comfortable for you, feel free to just bring your hands down towards your lap. Take a big breath in and a long, slow exhale. And repeat after me. Be and love who you are. Where in your life have you been holding back? Is there a time or a place where you want to let your personality shine more? Is there a time or place where you are scared to let yourself go or to be known for who you really are? Take this moment to acknowledge those feelings. And take this moment to let yourself know that it is safe and okay to be and to love who you are in this very moment. Letting yourself feel that love through your entire being. You can bring a smile to your face. This is a safe space in your home. You are free to be whoever you want here on your mat. There is no judgment. This place is just for you to explore and to listen and to let it go. Let your body guide you and let your mind find freedom and space and clarity. A time and place for you to be and love who you are. Continue to breathe here and to contemplate these thoughts and these words. And to go inward and ask your heart to show you and tell you what it needs from you. When you are ready, you can bring your breath back to its natural rhythm. Flutter your eyelids open. Let your hands fall down away from your heart. How are you feeling? What came up for you today? If there's anything you would like to share with us, please feel free to do so. Or maybe just take a moment to just journal and reflect after today's class. And I really encourage you to take today's affirmation with you throughout the rest of your week and throughout the rest of your day. It is so important for us to be who we truly are and to love who we truly are and to just let that shine unapologetically to all those around us. Thank you all for being here with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Let's bring our hands up to our heart center. Take one more breath in together. Inhale in through your nose. And exhale or bow and say namaste.